There's a very important topic I need to address. It's been the number one question on this show. 17 episodes in, I've asked guests to weigh in on it. There's been at least 62,000 headlines written about it. And I'm, of course, talking about our newborn daughter's name. Half the comments on our YouTube channel are just names with zero context. Queen Emma wrote this rundown with screenshots from social media. Queen Emma hasn't even seen the number of DMs that I have received on this exact topic. It's overwhelming. Well, I'm delighted to say this saga has officially concluded. And I warned you. So all the people who are going to be triggered by the fact that this name does not have two T's, I warned you. I gave you fair warning. I said, you know what? There's a decent chance that this baby doesn't even have two T's. I said it. Roll the clip. If we don't have two T's, it's okay. And she's still one of us. It was a journey. We, for the first 24 hours of her life, she did not have a name, I would say. We had an idea. We had discussed names with anyone that we could trust to not share names. And we didn't go with a single option that we had been discussing. So there's that. Her name is Finley and Kelsey. We plan to call her Finn for short. We picked her name when the time came to fill out the paperwork so we could get discharged. She was baby girl Kelsey there for a minute. And I considered just letting that one roll. It was going to be a very like Phoebe from Friends moment of like, oh, you named her baby girl, you know? We didn't. She was born at 1:27 in the morning. We filled out her paperwork. Yeah. I think at 9:00 the morning we got discharged. I swear to God, the only thing I had was her middle name. And it's the most generic middle name you could possibly have. I love that I'm just roasting myself. Like there's nothing we can do. The paperwork is filled out. They're on their way to the government. I don't know what. Fuck. Some of the other contenders that did not make the cut, we briefly considered the name Colette and call her Cole. We considered Georgie, but I didn't like anything that got us to Georgie. No offense to anyone whose name gets you to Georgie. One of the other names we considered was Winifred. That is not the name of our dead dog. Her name was Winnie, and we had plans to call the baby Freddie because I think a little girl named Freddie has to be like so badass and so cute. Like I've said before, I totally respect your opinion on the names of our children. You're allowed to have your own opinion. But I actually don't care what it is. And I mean that in the most like loving and respectful way. We named them and it's official. Also, she's very much a Finn. Like she's a cute little Finn. The name Finn was not one of the names that we were discussing with other people, but came back around because it was a serious contender for Elliot's name. So when we were pregnant with Ellie, we were bouncing back and forth between Finley and Elliot. So considering we had to name 4 children with the same gender, we had to run it back to the archives and borrow one from a different child. Her middle name is Anne, Anne. It covers a lot of people in my life. My mom's middle name is Anne, although it's spelled differently, but we already have an Elizabeth, so she's cool. Lisa's covered. The people in our life that are associated with the name Anne with an E would be my dad's mom. That was her first name. My sister's middle name is after my mom. My cousin's middle name is after my mom. And Annie Elliott is actually Anne. We named her Finley and Kelsey. Now you know how Finn got her name.